So let me get started. I want to welcome you all for this, wonderful occasion today. This is the first time we'll be hosting our induction ceremony for the Sigma Nu Tau Entrepreneurship Honor Society. And before we get started into the program, I just want to give maybe a little bit of background about who we are at the Heinz Institute, what we do, and why the Honor Society is an important element of this next building block of our work. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christoph Winkler. I'm the endowed professor and founding program director here at the Heinz Institute. And it's been really a privilege to work with our students and with our team on building our program over the past 4 years. Obviously, the last couple of months or a year and a half have been a little bit challenging due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But it also demonstrated that our entrepreneurship students, really embrace their entrepreneurial mindset to not look at these challenges as obstacles, but as opportunities to really, look beyond and really create sort of an environment for them that allows them to really, take ownership of their learning and to create sort of, futures for themselves that really embrace this entrepreneurial mindset. Whether students start a business or work or sort of serve as entrepreneurs in existing organizations, or some combination of those elements is really something that has to be written yet. But we are here as a starting point, and certainly as an ongoing guide for all of our students. Since we started the program, we've built a strong foundation in terms of our co-curricular and curricular program. As of last year, we now have 2 undergraduate programs, a BA in entrepreneurial leadership, as well as a BBA in entrepreneurship, as well as at the graduate level, we have an advanced certificate program, and which is also embedded within the La Penta Business School MBA program. I also forgot to mention we have a minor in entrepreneurship, of course. About a year ago, actually, I was speaking to Dr. Wheeler about, we talked about the new programs that we're about to bring online and, the importance of our programs to really build an interdisciplinary entrepreneurship program and really connecting students from across the campus. And one thing that he asked me at the time was, is there an Entrepreneurship Honor Society, right? We have an honors graduation on campus, signifying sort of the importance of our students in this space. And, I said, of course. And so I thought about my conversations that I had with Dr. Church, who runs was the founder of the Entrepreneurship Honor Society, Sigma Nu Tau, who I met at USASP, which is a international organization supporting entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship education. So I reached out to her, and it turns out at the time, like, yes, we're eligible, we can do this. And we started the process. And, while this process sort of unfolded, we brought our new programs online, more and more students signed up for our minors and our majors, which we presently have over 30 majors enrolled in our programs and quite a number of minors. And so it was nice to see sort of how these different elements came together. And so now we're in a position today to, officially get inducted into or form our chapter, but also induct our first group of students as well as faculty and the special guests here into the Honor Society. So, I'm really excited about this. This is a very special moment for our program. And it's a wonderful starting point for the many, many more Honor Society induction ceremonies that we'll have. But you all will be part of the first, which is I think another badge of honor that you will have. Okay. That's as much as I have prepared, because it's not really about what I have to say. I think it's really about our inductees. We also want to hear, obviously, from Jim Heinz, who really made all of this possible in his remarks a little bit later. But before we get there, I really want to ask, our provost and senior vice president for academic affairs, Dr. Daryl Wheeler, to offer some welcome and opening remarks and really share his viewpoint as our chief academic officer at the college.
So, Christoph, thank you very much. And thank you, Mr. Heinz, Mrs. Heinz, and Heinz family for all you've done for Iona College, and particularly for the students here who are being inducted. Christoph, you said that, I forget your exact wording, that the students here would be, recognized going forward as being part of the first inductee. I would just modify that. They will be the only first inductees into the National Honor Society. And so they will go down in history as setting the bar, and a very high bar for academic excellence. Induction into the Sigma Nu Tau Entrepreneurial Honor Society is not only a mark of individual attainment based on your grade point average and recommendations, but it is a recognition of your commitment to the values of the discipline and the profession you are seeking to gain entry to. As you take your oath in a little bit and you understand the significance of why you're taking that oath, I encourage you to think about the ways in which you are going to use this status and this privilege to make absolutely a better path for yourself, but also for the students who will come behind you and for those who will be recipients of the service, the care, the professionalism that you will deliver. Your ethical, moral, and critical values and judgments, your judgments on academic and intellectual reach will be ultimately put to the test as you enter a time in global engagement where we see tensions and mounting at every front. We're still in a COVID pandemic, so we understand the significance of environmental and public health threats. We understand the very perilous nature upon which our constitutional foundation is set as we watch globally the ways in which democracy and open and engaged communications are constantly being challenged and being asked to rethink and to reform. So your talent set will be needed as you go forward as much as it has ever been needed. So again, thank you for allowing me to spend a few minutes with you, and congratulations on your soon to be induction into your honor society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Wheeler, for your kind opening remarks. Yeah, it's really a big tribute towards the college and obviously the Hines family to allow us to be in a position to build out the program. And the program itself is really, only as strong as its students, and really, drive us forward in so many different ways. So really echoing what Dr. Wheeler said, there's a lot of uncertainty in the world, but ultimately, the critical thinking and the entrepreneurial mindset that you acquire and continue to hone in will really allow you to become those change makers in the future, and those leaders that really shape our world. So now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Church, Dr. Nancy Church, who is the Executive Director of Sigma Nu Tau. And she will be presiding over the induction ceremony. And it's really an honor to have you here today to join us and to share also some insights a little bit about the history of Sigma Nu Tau, what it is, how it came about, and why it is important for our students as well as for the discipline as a whole. Nancy?
Thank you so much, Dr. Winkler. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Honor Society Charter Ceremony. And it's really a historic day in the history of Iona College, as you will all serve as the witnesses to the birth of the Iona College chapter of Sigma Nu Tau Entrepreneurship Honor Society. A little background about the Honor Society. We were established in the spring of 2009 on the campus of the State University of New York at Plattsburgh. We founded the Honor Society because I was serving as chair of the Marketing and Entrepreneurship Department at the time, and there was a National Honor Society for Marketing, but there wasn't one for entrepreneurship that we could find anywhere. So I know you all being entrepreneurs, I know you're well aware of the need to first find the gap and then try to develop a product or service to fill it. So when we couldn't find an existing honor society in entrepreneurship, we created our own. So back in 2009, we inducted 5 students and 2 faculty members in our first induction ceremony. And since that time, Sigma Nu Tau was incorporated in the state of New York as a nonprofit in 2010. And we began our campaign to launch the Honor Society nationally in January of 2011. And I want to mention that over the years since then, we have had so many talented interns who really helped us build the Honor Society, from finding grants for the Honor Society to actually developing the name of the Honor Society. There was a fraternity, an entrepreneurship fraternity that had Epsilon Nu Tau, so we knew we couldn't take that name, and so we developed a Sigma Nu Tau instead. So today there are more than 2,300 members in 34 chapters across the U.S., including your chapter. So what are the requirements or the criteria for becoming a chapter? So first, the school must offer a bachelor's degree or higher and a major in entrepreneurship, small business, or similar academic major with entrepreneurial emphasis, or a minor with 15 credits of strictly entrepreneurship courses. And the school must be accredited by an appropriate regional or national accrediting body. Each chapter must have a faculty advisor and a faculty secretary. And the chapter must have at least 4 qualified student members and 2 faculty members to start a chapter. And the letter of endorsement is required from an administrator at your college to be sure that they would welcome such an honor society on their campus. So upon receiving your university's petition to charter, the Charter Extension Committee met and determined that your school very easily met all of the eligibility requirements to obtain a Sigma Nu Tau charter. So I'm very pleased to say that Iona College will be the 34th school to be presented with your charter. So at this time, I'm going to call on faculty members who have agreed to serve as the faculty advisor and the faculty secretary of your chapter. So Dr. Christoph Winkler and Ms. Lendinette Pacheco Jorge, I will be mentioning you now. Thank you for agreeing to serve in the roles of faculty advisor and faculty secretary. And Dr. Winkler, as a faculty advisor, your role will be to generally act as a facilitator in whatever area is deemed necessary by your local chapter, such as service projects, seminars, or general campus activities. In the selection of new members, especially in regard to faculty, entrepreneur, and honorary members, to assist in soliciting input from the various administrative offices and other constituencies, and to assist with the general communication within the faculty and student members of your chapter. And finally, to enhance the awareness of Sigma Nu Tau both within the student body, the general faculty, and the entrepreneurial community for the benefit of your chapter and your school. And Ms. Pacheco Jorge, as a faculty secretary, your role will be to keep the chapter minutes, membership, and other records and supplies, to make reports certifying new members to the national headquarters, to send membership records to the national headquarters as they may be required by your bylaws, to submit annual reports, report names of new officers, and any other reports that might be required for effective chapter operation. And we would love to hear occasional news from your chapter so we can promote it on our Facebook page and in our newsletter. So do you both accept these roles?
Accept.
I accept.
Okay, thank you so much. You are duly installed as a faculty advisor and the faculty secretary. Congratulations. So as the first 2 members of your chapter, and on behalf of the board of Sigma Nu Tau Entrepreneurship Honor Society, I would like to present you with your charter, which allows you to operate the Iona College chapter of Sigma Nu Tau on your campus. So the certificate reads as follows: Sigma Nu Tau Entrepreneurship Honor Society, founded in 2009, Iona College is hereby granted recognition as an affiliated collegiate chapter invested with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges of a chapter under the National Sigma Nu Tau bylaws and constitution. As such, said chapter shall be expected to continue to promote, recognize, honor, and reward academic excellence and entrepreneurship, and to encourage and recognize the practice of principled entrepreneurship. Petition to charter was approved back in November 2020. And of course, today is the ceremony, and it's signed by myself and our VP for Charter Extension, Dr. Laurent Josian. So it's now official. The Iona College chapter is chartered as the 34th chapter of Sigma Nu Tau and is operational on this date. Congratulations on taking this important step to initiate an honor society on your campus. Clapping for you. So next, we'll move on to the induction of charter members. So I'll give you some background of the Honor Society regarding this now and membership. So you've seen what our mission is. The term principled entrepreneurship is a term we use in our mission, and it was first coined by Charles Koch, the author of Science of Success. and CEO of Koch Industries. So he defined principled entrepreneurship as when an entrepreneur or entrepreneurial employee demonstrates the sense of urgency, discipline, accountability, judgment, initiative, economic and critical thinking skills, and the risk-taking mentality necessary to generate the greatest contribution to the company and society. So I'll mention a little bit about the 5 purposes of Sigma Nu Tau. The first is to encourage the study of principled entrepreneurship, that is entrepreneurship practiced with the high ethical standards, honor, and integrity at colleges and universities. To recognize, honor, and reward students who work hard and succeed in their entrepreneurial studies. 3, to encourage and recognize faculty members who mentor students and teach principled entrepreneurship, and entrepreneurs who are the embodiment of principled entrepreneurship. Number 4, to provide networking opportunities for entrepreneurship students to meet with other entrepreneurship students, as well as with successful entrepreneurs and leading entrepreneurship faculty. And finally, to develop valuable programs at the national level and to encourage valuable programs at the chapter level that serve the mission and purposes of the society. There are 4 types of membership in Sigma Nu Tau, and your chapter will be inducting people today in all 4 categories. So student members are the largest group of members in Sigma Nu Tau. They may be undergraduate or graduate students who perform well academically and possess the traits of honor and integrity and a strong entrepreneurial spirit. Faculty members are those members of the faculty of the collegiate institution, selected and initiated into membership by the chapters. They may be full or part-time faculty members who have enhanced the study of entrepreneurship at their educational institutions and who possess honor and integrity. Entrepreneur members are those entrepreneurs selected who demonstrate a strong entrepreneurial spirit, serve as models of principled entrepreneurship, and shall have achieved distinction as an entrepreneur, and of course also possessing the traits of honor and integrity. And the 4th category is the honorary member category, and those are individuals selected and initiated honoris causa by a chapter. Honorary members shall have achieved distinction in their own chosen profession or rendered unusually significant service through their leadership in significant causes. I'll just speak now about the Honor Society symbols. The first letter of our organization is the Greek letter sigma, which looks like a stylized E. As such, it stands for the entrepreneurship and enterprise qualities, key concepts for individuals who belong to this organization. But sigma is also the Greek symbol for summation, the total or sum of the parts. Entrepreneurs know that they must bring all of their education and experience into play in their quest for success. To be pioneers of innovation, they must incorporate all that they have learned. The second letter of our organization, the Greek letter nu, represents how the entrepreneur must navigate through uncharted waters and create a new path. Through creativity, innovation, and risk-taking, as well as through hard work and persistence, the entrepreneur brings new ideas to life and enhances the world in which we live. The path the entrepreneur chooses may not be the easiest, but the determination reaps great rewards in the end. The third letter of our organization, the Greek letter tau, represents the entrepreneur's tenacity to cling to his or her visions, to make decisions, and to learn from his or her mistakes. It also represents the entrepreneur's determination to build something from nothing. In ancient times, tau was the symbol of life. The entrepreneur is one who embraces life by dreaming of what could be, by developing a vision, and by bringing new ideas, products, and services to life. The official colors of Sigma Nu Tau are green and gold, representing fertile ideas, growth, and prosperity. The logo is a square with a white diagonal stripe containing the Greek letters Sigma Nu Tau. So at this time, I will ask your faculty advisor and faculty secretary to assist with the induction ceremony. Each new member should have received their membership certificate, a congratulatory letter, and a lapel pin, and the seniors are also receiving their honor cords. So I'll turn it back over to Dr. Winkler and Ms. Pacheco Jorge, and I'll let you introduce the members who are being inducted.
All right, Lindy, we can alternate if you would like to do that. So we're going to start with our first inductee, Emma Cruz. Will be graduating this year with a BA in speech pathology and a minor in entrepreneurship. We asked each student also to provide us with an inspirational quote, and Emma chose a quote from Oprah Winfrey: "Don't worry about being successful, but hard work towards being significant on the success will naturally follow." Congratulations, Emma.
Now we have Rebecca Oliveri graduating this year. She's doing a BA in public relations and minoring in entrepreneurship. And her inspirational quote was from Walt Disney: "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." Congratulations, Rebecca.
All right, our next inductee is Michael Mitrione, also graduating this year with a BBA in accounting and entrepreneurship. His inspirational quote is, "Everything's fighting over the same pie and ignoring the crumbs. I live off the crumbs." So thank you, Michael, and congratulations.
Our next inductee is actually an MBA student who's graduating this semester, and also our graduate assistant at the Heinz Institute, Ivan Reynolds. And his inspirational quote is from Oprah as well: "The key to realizing a dream is to focus not on success, but on significance. And then even the small steps and little victories allow your path will take on greater meaning." Congratulations, Ivan.
All right, our next inductee is Christopher Russo, who's graduating with a BA in political science and a minor in entrepreneurship. His inspirational quote is from Nolan Bushnell: "A true entrepreneur is a doer, not a dreamer." Congratulations, Christopher.
Our next inductee is Chris Herrera Gomez, and he's doing a BBA in marketing with a minor in entrepreneurship. And his inspirational quote is from Albert Einstein: "Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere." Congratulations, Chris.
All right, our next inductee, Steve Valentine, also graduating this year with a BA in mass communications and a minor in entrepreneurship. His quote is from Napoleon Hill: "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve." Congratulations, Steve.
The next inductee is a junior, going for a BA in criminal justice and minor in entrepreneurship. And his inspirational quote, oh, and I didn't say his name, I'm so sorry, Conrad. And I won't butcher your last name, how about that? His inspirational quote is from Jeff Bezos: "One of the huge mistakes people make is that they try to force an interest on themselves. You don't choose your passions choose you." Congratulations, Conrad.
All right, and then we have our next inductee, Joanna Felici. She'll be graduating next year with a BBA in information systems and entrepreneurship. Her inspirational quote is from Theodore Roosevelt: "Believe you can and you're halfway there." Congratulations, Joanna.
Our next inductee is Gerald Sullivan. He's going for his BA in media and communications. His inspirational quote is from Maya Angelou, and it's, "If you're always trying to be normal, you'll never know how amazing you can be." Congratulations, Jerry.
Jerry will also be graduating with a BA in entrepreneurial leadership, so I want to make sure he's already almost there. So congratulations, Jerry. Our next inductee is Federico Russo. He'll be graduating in 2 years with a BBA in business management and entrepreneurship. His quote is, "I will win, maybe not immediately, but absolutely and definitely." Okay, thank you, Federico. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Nancy, do you want to help us with the segue, or should I just keep going?
Oh, you can keep going, and then we'll have a pledge at the end. Yes.
Okay, wonderful. All right, the next step of the induction ceremony will be inducting our faculty members, entrepreneurs, and honoraries. And we have a summary slides for our faculty, educators in our space. Marisol, if you can advance the slide. I'm not going to read out my name, but I'm excited about Lendi Nepacheco-George, who is also the assistant director here at the Heinz Institute and also responsible for curricular and co-curricular programming. Congratulations, Lendi.
Thank you.
Lendi, we can tag team again. Let's keep going.
Oh, okay. So our next inductee is Jarlene Batista Manzone, who is an alumni of Iona College and is our community manager at the Heinz Institute. Congratulations, Jar.
Our next inductee is Dr. Rashida Weaver, who is an assistant professor here at the Heinz Institute. Congratulations, Rashida.
Our next inductee is Robert Kistner, who's our designer in residence and also an entrepreneur, a local entrepreneur in Westchester. Congratulations, Rob.
Thank you so much.
All right, and then we got Danny Pataki, Iona alum of 06 and our entrepreneur in residence. Yeah, our next inductee. Congratulations, Danny. Okay, and now I think after distinct honor, we prepared a special slide for our benefactors and really to wonderful people whose family really put our students, our Iona students, front and center in their work and really enable us to do all this work. When I just look back 4 years ago, there was no program, and now we're in a position to have this wonderful ceremony, having students in program, being engaged in entrepreneurship. So big thanks to James Heinz, Jim Heinz, and Amory Heinz, who are inductees this year. And we couldn't think of anybody better to induct this year, except for the students. I want to add that, of course. But thank you, Jim, and thank you, Amory, and congratulations to you as well.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're just going to wait a second before we get to Jim's remarks, and Nancy will now, I think, conclude the official induction.
Okay, so at this time, I would like to ask all of the new members to please raise your right hands. And as I read the membership pledge, then afterwards, all you need to do is say, I do, if you agree. So here's the pledge. I pledge to uphold the mission, values, and ideals of Sigma Nu Tau Entrepreneurship Honor Society. I will strive to use my education and experience to create successful ventures and a better society. And I will challenge myself and others to be principled entrepreneurs. I will be honest in my dealings with others, and I will seek always to represent Sigma Nu Tau and Iona College with integrity. Do you agree to uphold this pledge?
I do.
Yeah.
Congratulations and thank you all. You are all the founding and charter members of your chapter, and I really congratulate you. It's a big day for Sigma Nu Tau as well as for Iona College. So I just want to mention a couple things before I go. Well, I'm going to stay with you, but I'll end my comments. I would like to encourage all of the student members to participate in our programs. And the one that you are eligible to participate in right now is our video pitch competition. So it's on our website, but you're also, I think, on our mailing list. So you're probably getting our Sigma Nu Tau e-newsletter. The video pitch competition deadline is June 25th, so you have plenty of time. You put together a 2 to 3 minute video, and you can see the requirements on the website. So I would love to have up to 3, each chapter is allowed up to 3 entries into that competition. So we would love to have 3 entries from Iona College. So please you have to have one first, second, or third place in some entrepreneurial competition. So that's the one requirement. And you don't have to be a Sigma Nu Tau member. So if you have worked on business plans with other students who aren't members, they're eligible to participate as well. The second thing is we have a scholarship program, and we give 4 $1,250 scholarships away each fall. You have to have at least 1 semester more in your program or entering a new program in the spring. That takes place in the fall. And we have a new Outstanding Chapter Award program. And this is our first semester we're doing it. So if your chapter is certainly eligible, so we would love to see your annual report so that we can consider you for one of our 3 awards in that area. I really congratulate all of you, and it's my honor and pleasure to be with you today to perform the charter ceremony and the induction of your charter members. And I wish you all great luck and success and happiness as you finish your college careers and move on into your careers and your lives. So thank you so much for having me, and I'll turn it back over to Dr. Winkler.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Church. Really wonderful to do this together, and really an honor also to have you part of this. It is now, my distinct pleasure and also privilege to introduce you to, Jim Hines, and I suppose most of you know him by name. Certainly, when you walk into our beautiful space and walk around campus, his presence is, and his family's presence is everywhere. But I asked him if he could extend a couple of words to you to really, talk a little bit about, himself and some of the lessons that he learned along the way, and why what we do right now is so important to us. So, without further ado, I give you, Mr. Jim Hines, and I thank you very much for really taking the time out of your day to speak, to be with us, and to speak also with our students, to our students. So thank you, Jim.
Thank you very much, Christoph and Dr. Church. Thank you for your enlightening words about Sigma Nu Tau. And I know we all feel very honored to be a part of the Honor Society going forward. This is my first Honor Society. So I feel, and it took me 70 years to get here. So I feel very honored. And the second time I said I do in that time period. The first time was 50 years ago, and I'm still married to her. So let's hope I feel the same way about Sigma Nu Tau. As Christoph said, he asked me to just say a few words about experience, what I feel about entrepreneurship, and why I feel so strongly about how important it is to individuals. I forgot my light went out. And why Emory and I have sponsored the program. Let me start by talking about entrepreneurs and who they are and what I think they are, what I've learned to recognize in the entrepreneurs that I've gotten to know. And I know many of them, even 1 or 2 of your people you used as your quotes. But I like some of the quotes, incidentally, especially the one about living on the crumbs, because for a little while as an entrepreneur, you may find yourself doing that. The entrepreneurs are leaders. They're not necessarily the best managers in the world. They stifle under sometimes under the restrictions imposed on them by organization. But they can also work well in an organization. But deep down, they're really looking to do something on their own. But what do entrepreneurs? You find that out for yourself over time. But entrepreneurs have a number of things in common, and I love to hear that in the description of Sigma Tau. The integrity. Entrepreneurs have integrity. They have commitment. They've got vision. They have a sense of who they are, sense of what they can and can't do, and they accept that, and they express that to others. Who they may be leading, or who they may be speaking with, or directing, or asking to help them build their dream. When you have self-awareness and you know what you are good at and not, you can inspire trust and confidence in others through your leadership. People respect the recognition that you can't do everything right, because you won't. Why are efforts that entrepreneurs undertake in success? Why are they successful? I find almost number one in any situation I've ever seen is the people, the entrepreneur, the people that come in and start working with the entrepreneur. I've seen good ideas, but I've seen bad people take a good idea and fail. I've seen bad ideas taken by good people and they give it a good chance. So keep in mind, it's by good people, I reference what I said earlier, things about integrity, commitment, vision, sense of self. The other thing I see when people are the most important effort when I invested in a company or in all the companies that I've started. You got to thoroughly understand the business or market that you are addressing. It's better to see the opportunity and the pitfalls that may be not very visible to those who don't understand the intricacies of a particular industry. I worked in technology, telecommunications, et cetera, chips. If you didn't know that business, every idea looks like a good one, and you have to be able to say, well, in this case, I can see this working or not. And you have to identify something that's it. I never forget the time I went to pitch an idea in 2000 to Michael Dell and a few other people. And they were sitting there. And when I finished my pitch, Michael Dell goes, "Why didn't somebody think of this?" I said, "I did." And he laughed, and they supported our business with financing. So, and it turned out to be a very successful business and telecommunications business. So, if you know the business and you understand it, you can see the opportunities others don't. So, why did I become an entrepreneur? Christoph, people ask me that. Mostly I got frustrated. I had the drive, I had the ambition to do my own thing, but I didn't always see the way ahead. It may be hard for you too, but it does appear. If you have the drive and the desire, watch for it and learn what you enjoy, pursue what you enjoy. But I was frustrated by corporate culture, small responsibilities that grow over time, the mantle of the organization, the requirement to present and discuss at 11 levels before you did something, frankly, sometimes quite simple, that should be done without thought. So you get overmanaged. You work in risk-averse environments. You must take on risk. You have to mitigate risk. But in the end, you can't eliminate risk. You have to accept it. You have to identify it. Once again, knowing your environment, knowing your business, your market helps you manage risk. But there's always risk. If there's no risk, somebody else has already done it. I think it took too long to get things done sometimes, and I got frustrated by that. And I had a desire to build value for my own personal need and value in whatever entity I got involved with. And I really wanted to share that with my coworkers, my people that believed in what I had and I brought forward. And I have to say, I've helped a number of people from very simple backgrounds like myself succeed financially in life, improve themselves, and many of them go on to start their own businesses and do things. And those people were the ones who really had the most drive, ambition, and intelligence, but also the desire to do it. So in the end, why did Anne-Marie and she apologizes for not being, and she had a long-standing commitment today that she could not change once we got this date, involved too many other people. But why did we have a dedication to education? We believe it's the way out, the way up. We had very humble beginnings, she even more than I. We were helped by people. Anne-Marie received a great deal of assistance from nuns growing up and got educated very well. I got a lot of patience, guidance, and help from brothers and teachers as I went through education right through Iona. And obviously I have a great deal of affinity for Iona because of what it does for the type of students that we attract. We're, working class, immigrant, diverse people who have a great desire to succeed. We want to see our parents see us succeed, and you want to help your parents. You want to go back and help them. So I really believe that education is the way forward, a major way, a piece of the way forward. I also believe that the entrepreneurship entrepreneur mindset, and is inspiring to people. I think the innovation leads to understanding how to innovate, understand how to solve problems, leads to a better life for yourself and for the people with whom you will be involved and engage. And, right out of the box thinking, coupled with entrepreneurial skills, should be exposed to all as they enter their career. I think just even a sampling of it, as many people will get through the Institute. So hopefully this exposure, will draw people to Iona, will help them in getting a more use of the education that they get from Iona, and improve their lives and the lives of others in whatever pursuit they may take on. Thank you. I don't think this was particularly unique, but it's truly many of the things that I have experienced and that have motivated me and made me successful. So thank you. And thanks again for this honor. I'm honored to join my fellow honorees, and look forward to the great success of Sigma Tau, now Tau here and elsewhere. And we're probably going to win one of those competitions in the next year or two.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you so much for your kind words. I do want to echo it. It was special. It was unique what you said, because it is your story, and it came, as we all can feel, I guess, from a place of care, and really sharing this not only through words, but also enabling us to do the work that we do. Both you and Anne-Marie, it's felt at every step, and one thing that we actually intentionally embedded into the mission of the Heinz Institute is really sort of building this community of like-minded individuals, really center around this notion on those key characteristics that you illustrated. And we have a lot of fun along the process as well. So I think we also want to make sure we foster this. So thank you for sharing this. One thing that you said, I wrote it down because it's so true and so powerful, and something we forget about this. Learn to understand what you enjoy, or like some of the process of, sometimes we don't know yet what we enjoy. So like being open to new things and new ideas, right, is so powerful, and then act on it, pursue it. I think that's inherently an entrepreneurial process. So thank you, Jim, for sharing this. I very much appreciate this and echo that sentiment as well. So thanks again. I think with that note, we are about to conclude our ceremony today. Next year we'll do this in person, but because it was also virtual, we also got a chance to have some family members also join us remotely who may have not been able to join us in person. But I also want to congratulate not only our inductees today, it's also an honor to be inducted with you, as Jim just said, but also a big thank you and congratulations to the families, because we're sort of, as Sigma signifies, we're the sum of the world around us, and I think the family is an important element here, as well as the environment, education environment that we are really afforded to enjoy here. So thank you all for that. And with that, I want to congratulate also our graduates of this year. You'll have a great celebration this Saturday. It has been a tough junior and senior year for you. I don't envy you, but you know what, you made it, and it'll make you stronger, and you'll look back as one of the things that really shaped you in ways that probably we don't understand yet. But I really want to congratulate all of you as well as your family. So with that, I think I would like to conclude the ceremony. Thanks again, Jim, Anne-Marie, for the honor. Thank you, Marisol in particular, who put everything together here, really coordinated everything with us. Of course, Dr. Church and Dr. Wheeler for the kind remarks, and everybody else who was able to make this even possible. So as we continue building the Heinz Institute and continue the growth and support of our students. So congratulations, everyone. Enjoy the rest of this day. It's a beautiful day today. And stay strong and keep that entrepreneurial fire burning. Take care, everyone.